My factory was in London first of all, but the council, London Greater Council, decided they did not want manufacturing in London anymore. My lease in Hayes in Middlesex had just about to run out, so they decided they wanted to put me in Wales or Scotland. I said, how stupid, because I've got to deliver to London every day. My lorry driver could get from London to Corby and Corby back to London. And there was no limit on the M1 then. It was like a racetrack. So I crossed over onto the old A5, which we used to use right the way through England in the days when I was performing. As I came through, I saw one factory unit in Lion Road, just up the top here. That's how I started here in Bletchley. Then I bought a piece of land in the next road. Started off at 14,000 square feet, but we quickly realised that it would not be big enough. Reception till 1984, and then I bought the first factory here, which is that side of the reception, which was 57,000 square feet. And I thought, well, that's going to last me forever. No way, so I had to buy the factory this side, and this was the roadway up in between. And now I think it's about 125,000 square feet. The Marshall stack was for Pete Townsend first of all. He wanted it in one unit. I said it would be too heavy for the roadies. He said they get paid. And then a couple of weeks later he came back and said, you're absolutely right, will you cut them in half? Which in those days was impossible because they were hot glue joints, just butt joint. They would have just fallen apart if they were cut in half. So he had to go back to what I suggested to him in the first place. That was the original 4x12, which was straight fronted, but didn't look designed when you put the amplifier on top. That's why I thought of the angle. That's what he wound up with. Yes, he came into the shop. Well, he was appearing in Soho actually at Ronnie Scott's, and the whole back line was all Marshall because the group before him were a Marshall group. And he said to Mitch, who I taught to play drums actually, he said to Mitch, I've got to meet this chap who's got my name, James Marshall, Hendrix. So he came to the shop to see me, and he said, I've just got to have Marshall. And I thought, oh crap, American wanting something for nothing. And a few sentences afterwards he said, I want to pay full retail price. I don't want any favours. He said, but I want to know that I'm going to get service wherever I am in the world. I thought, crikey, I'm going to have engineers travelling with him. But his roadie was very good, and spent a couple of weeks at the factory learning just simple repairs. From then on, we never got called out once. And eventually bought 4 complete stage setups. So he had them in different parts of the world because he was travelling all the time. That was for my efforts in music for all these years, and my donations to charities. And it was given to me by Prince Charles because, as you probably know, the Queen has had a bit of trouble with her legs, so I suppose that was the reason she did not do it, because you're standing up, or he was standing up for 2 hours, so were we in a queue, waiting to be seen. And I was one of the last ones. go to a working musician who can read and learn to read music first, because then they will not have the problem that Nico McBrain had when Iron Maiden was going to pack up. He came to me and said, Jim, how quickly can you teach me to read? Because he didn't read music, you see. And obviously, chopping from something like Iron Maiden to another group, he would have, or whether the group would stand it or not, with him having to learn all the numbers by heart. But if you read music, you start playing straight away.